What is up, guys? Today I am going to be doing a different kind of video. You guys are always asking about everything that's behind me. You want to see everything that I collect. So this video, I guess, is going to be, I guess you can call it a room tour. The reason why I've been holding out on doing one of these videos is because the lighting in here in this room is really bad. But since you guys want to see it, I'll go ahead and do it, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. So we are going to start off with this side of the room. This is actually the backdrop for a lot of my like flea market pickup videos and stuff. We'll start right here. We have the sneaker collection, which all these ones in boxes, most of them came from like Nike outlets, flea markets, thrift store. Well, not thrift stores. Thrift stores don't have boxes. Facebook trading groups, stuff like that. We have the Kendrick Lamar Club C's up here, which I have not worn. I actually listed these on my eBay because I probably won't ever wear those. And I'd rather sell them and get something else that I want to wear. And then we have all the loose stuff, which all of this, everything loose came from thrift stores and flea markets. All of these, and then all the Jordans that are down here in the little holes. And then right here we have the hat collection. Most of these are not mine. A lot of these are the ones that I thrifted, the ones that were new with tags. I think I got like 11 of them. That's what all these are right here. So those are not mine. Those are actually listed on eBay, but like the rest of them are. Moving up, we have the Michael Jordan Last Shot poster that I got from Movie Trading Company. Surrounding that, we have all my amiibos that I actually bought more for the display purposes than using them for the games. Now most of these are open because I did use them for like Smash Bros, and all the Legend of Zelda ones are open because I used them for Breath of the Wild. There's actually some loose ones up here. I remember when this one was hard to get, but then they re-released them. They re-released a lot of these. These three right here came from the flea market. And then right here going around my closet door, I got some World of Nintendo figures, which I got from Toys R Us. Mostly the Legend of Zelda ones, because Legend of Zelda is my second favorite video game franchise of all time. You will see what my number one is in a little bit. We got a big Ocarina of Time poster that I also got from Movie Trading Company. A Midna print that I got from an anime convention. And then we got this like changing Zelda to Sheik picture that I got from FYE. A Wind Waker painting that I did, and then coming down we have another painting that I did. This one is Hunter x Hunter, Hunter Hunter, whatever you want to call it. And then moving back over here to this side, we have up here, there's a bunch of Legend of Zelda stuff, just a bunch of different stuff, like the Skyward Sword statue that I got from GameStop on sale, a box for Oracle of Seasons that I got at a flea market for $1, the big figure that my sister gave me for Christmas. We got the shield and the sword, the Master Sword and the Hylian shield. A couple of plushes. This one was on clearance at GameStop. This one was a gift. This one I got from the flea market of Scott Pilgrim. A couple more loose amiibos. The Monopoly of Zelda. That's like some pins and stuff, but I don't want to open it. The Wind Waker Wii U, which is the one I actually have. Some more small figures. Some more figures. A DS Lite, the Legend of Zelda edition that I got from a garage sale for like $3. Then we have the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition, which it sucks it didn't come with a physical game, but it did come with this statue that I have up here, that he's like sitting on a Sega Genesis, or standing on a Sega Genesis, and it actually makes noise if you listen. So that was really cool because the Sega Genesis was actually my very first console that I've ever had. And Sonic 2 was the first game that I ever remember playing. Moving on over here, we got a canvas that I got from the flea market for like $2, I think. It was a blank canvas. I turned it into this. My Hero Academia, I really love that anime. So I did that recently. Somebody was telling me they liked the poster that was behind me, so that makes me feel good about my artistic skill. Moving up, my favorite anime of all time right here, Yu Yu Hakusho. Well, I also have two pops right here from My Hero Academia. Here we got a Hiei figure from Yu Yu Hakusho. We got a Famicom version of Yu Yu Hakusho that I got on eBay for like $5 shipped. Some crazy price, really cheap, that's why I got it. A Yusuke plush that I got at Comic-Con, I think. And then there's a print behind that I got at A-Kon this year. Another painting that I did of Yu Yu Hakusho. And then moving up is a Majora's Mask print that I got at a convention again. So that's all that's back here, that's behind me when I record. Then moving over, we have a Club Nintendo poster of Link Between Worlds that I got framed. And then moving over some more, we have some more little posters here. We have the One Punch Man posters and then the Mob Psycho 100. Two really good animes, both by the same person. And then right here over the window, we have my autographed, if it would focus. So it's not focusing, so let me just climb up here. All right, we have my autographed Christopher Sabat Vegeta over 9,000 picture that I got when I met Christopher Sabat, which is really cool because Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z. But like I was saying earlier, my favorite anime of all time is Yu Yu Hakusho. My favorite character of any anime of all time is Kuwabara, which is right here. And Christopher Sabat was actually the voice actor for him as well. So it was cool that I got to meet him, so I got that signed. Moving over more, we have all my Dragon Ball Z figures. Every single one of these figures came from a flea market, or actually I think all these came from a flea market. I don't think I've ever thrifted any of them. This all started because I found one for $1, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just start picking them up whenever I find them. And then I started finding one after another. They were all like $1 to $2 each, and this is what ended up happening. But I got all these Dragon Ball Z figures. Dragon Ball Z is my second favorite anime of all time behind Yu Yu Hakusho, so it was cool to find these everywhere. The Majin Vegeta, Vegeta's my favorite character, but Majin Vegeta is like my favorite form of my favorite character. And then we got a Kid Buu print. Both of those came from Comic-Con as well. And then moving down, we got a Vegeta painting that I did. That's whenever he blew himself up when he tried to kill Majin Buu, but that didn't work at all. And then up here over my other window, I got the autographed Sean Schemmel picture, which I got to meet him as well. He's the voice actor of Goku. He was really cool as well. Okay, and then like earlier when I mentioned Legend of Zelda is my second favorite. It used to be my first, but I discovered a game about 2 years ago, and the series just blew my mind, and I really love it, and that is the Persona series by Atlas. So I guess I'll show you what's in the case first. So this case I got from a indoor flea market for $80. So let me show you what I got inside of it. So coming in, this game right here is the one that started it all for me, Persona 3. I actually thrifted this game for $5. Unfortunately, the thrift store I got this from is not there anymore, which sucks because I really did like that store. But I got this for $5, and one day I was just really bored and I was looking for something to play, and this looked interesting to me, so I pulled it out and played it, and now it's like my favorite series of all time. Something that makes a video game for me is the soundtracks. That's why I love Legend of Zelda so much, because their soundtracks are always A1. But the Persona series, I have yet to play an Atlas game that's been bad. In the Persona series, the soundtracks are so good. So the first shelf up here, we got my Persona 3 stuff, the original game, and then the one with some added features. Persona Q, which is like a mixture of 4 and 3. And then we got some Persona 3 figures, and then coming down, we have the Persona 4 figures. The arena games, the fighting games, and then Persona 4 back there. We have the Dancing All Night, Persona 4 Golden, which if you're going to play a Persona game, I recommend playing 4 Golden first. Then we got the soundtrack back there, some more Persona figures. Moving down, we got the Persona 5 stuff, which this game just came out this year. Game of the year for me by far. I know a lot of people are going to say Breath of the Wild is, but Persona 5 is mine. Unfortunately, I don't have no figures yet. I do have some pre-ordered, but I do have some little things that I got from like Comic-Con or whatever. And then I got the limited edition of the game. And then I got a blow-up Teddy right there that came with one of the arena games. I forget which one. A couple of small paintings I did on some really small canvases that I had. Those were really quick and fast. And then we got a wall scroll right here that's Persona 3 on top, and then it fades into Persona 4, and you could tell because the blue and yellow. Coming up, we have a Persona 5 promotional poster that they had up at GameStop. The guy was cool enough to give it to me. They were going to throw it away, but he knew how much I wanted the game, so he kept that for me, and then he gave it to me one day when I went in. We have a Persona 4 main character plush, and then up here we got the Persona 3 and Persona 4 prints that I got from Akon, I think. You got the Persona 3 one on the left and the Persona 4 one on the right, and you put them together, which is really cool. Right here on top of the case, we have some plushes. The three mascots from 3, 4, and 5. This is the Persona 3 mascot, the Persona 4 mascot, and the Persona 5 mascot. So I got those. These prints I just got recently, like a month or two ago at A-Fest. It's all the Persona 5 characters, and it has like their mask as well. That's my favorite character right there. Moving down, we got the Persona 4 Dancing All Night that people at GameStop gave me for free one day. It was like anime day or something, and I didn't even know. I just walked in and they told me to take it, so that was cool. Another painting I did of Makoto from Persona 3. Then we have a Persona 3 print that I got framed right there. A Aegis print right there, and then a wall scroll from 5. And then this right here I get asked about a lot. All it is cards that I got when I pre-ordered Persona Q and when I pre-ordered the arena games. They came with these cards. And then I found this black frame at a garage sale for like $2, so I framed those. Another Makoto print right here. Like I said, she's my favorite character in 5. This one fell the other day and it cracked, so I gotta get a new frame for that one. And then above that, we have the autographed Johnny Young Bosch autographed this for me this year at A-Kon, which he is the voice actor for the main character and Adachi in Persona 4. A lot of people also know him as the Black Ranger from Power Rangers, the original ones. Not the original Black Ranger, but the next one. But he actually autographed that for me, and he was actually pretty cool when I met him. And then coming down, we have all my consoles. So the first one is the Nintendo NES. This is why I didn't pick up the Mini, because I have one. I don't need a Mini. Then we have a Game Boy in the Play It Loud case. This Game Boy does not go in this case. It's supposed to be the original Game Boy, but the colored ones. But my friend actually got this from a garage sale, the case, and I had the Game Boy already. So I just put them together for display. And then we have a complete in box Virtual Boy, which I actually found at the flea market for $90, which that's like a third of what they go for. So I was happy with that. And everything's in there, the manuals, it works. The Mario Tennis is in there now because I found that recently. Moving down, we have the Super Nintendo, which this Super Nintendo I actually found in the trash, which is crazy. Funny story is that I'm thinking somebody ordered it on eBay, and then their mom or something threw it away. I don't know, because the games that were with it were crazy. Actually, the most expensive game in my collection actually came with that, which I will show you in a little bit. We had the Jungle Green N64. I also have the Ice Blue one, but my brother's borrowing that one for right now because he wants to play Nintendo 64. Then we have the Sega Dreamcast, aka the airplane, because it sounds like it's an airplane taking off when you play it. The Indigo Nintendo GameCube with the Game Boy player. I do have the disc as well. I also have 4 of the Wavebirds. We have the Nintendo Wii, the Sega Genesis Model 3, which this is the one I had as a kid, so that's the one I wanted. The Xbox 360, the PS1 Slim, and then a Halo edition of the original Xbox, and then a PS2, the fat one, the original. So those are the retro consoles, and then over here is we have my Xbox One sitting over my TV, because that's the one that I like watch YouTube videos and play the most of. The TV. Moving down, we have the PS TV, which is basically a PS Vita that you can play on the TV. I got that to play Persona 4 Golden instead of buying a Vita, because that was like the only game I wanted for it. Then we have the PS3, the Nintendo Switch, which Mario Odyssey actually comes out tomorrow, so that will be getting some serious play starting tomorrow. And then the Wii U, which I have the Legend of Zelda Edition one, which a lot of people didn't really like this console, but the games on it were great. And then I have a white PS4, but my brother actually took that too. Over here on the floor, we have a bunch of random shoes that I got listed on eBay that I just recently got. Some weights so I can get buff. I still can't believe that I found these at Plato's Closet, but I did, which is crazy. A couple pumpkins, because every year I like to carve pumpkins. Here's a couple that I did over the past couple years right here. So yeah, those will be getting turned into something cool. Don't know what yet, but I think I got my mindset on what I want to do. And then above here, we got all my wrestling stuff. If you know, I'm a big wrestling fan. So we have the Toys R Us exclusive Finn Balor, which Finn Balor is one of my favorites right now. The Bayley figure, which I was supposed to get that signed at WrestleMania Access, but her line was too long and it got cut, so I didn't get to. The Kevin Owens first in the line figure, because he's my favorite right now. And then the Bray Wyatt from when I met him. If I can find a picture, I'll put it right here. but that one's actually autographed by him. And then next to that we have the FYE exclusive Seth Rollins Pop, which the one where he's like wearing the White Ranger gear from SummerSlam. The Finn Balor figure that came with the NXT edition of 2K17. Behind him there's an autographed Shinsuke Nakamura picture. Box of Bootios, because you know I don't want to be booty. And then some more Dragon Ball Z stuff because the shelf over there is full, so I just put them over here. And then we have the video game collection, which I'm not going to get into a big detail into this, because what I think I'm going to do is do a separate video for each console, so that way I can tell you guys like which games are my favorite, which games I recommend and stuff like that. Because if I did it all in one video, it would take way too long, and you wouldn't be able to see everything that I have. So I'm not going to go into detail on these. I'm just going to show you guys. Up here I actually have some of the heavy hitters for the 64, because the Nintendo 64 is my favorite console. These are two of the most expensive games you can get on it. And then of course Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is my third favorite game of all time. Bravely Default Collector's Edition. I just recently got this from the flea market for $20. Everything inside of it's still sealed. On the wall here we got a couple of Hot Wheels. Super Mario 3, which is one of my favorite Mario games of all time. Super Mario Kart, and then the original one. Underneath here we have the Club Nintendo statue that you had to have a certain amount of points at the end of the year to get. The Mewtwo piggy bank that I got recently at the thrift store. He's standing on top of my Nintendo Switch box. A random Dirk Nowitzki figure back there. But back over here to the game collection. So we have the Wii U games, the Wii games, and then some GameCube. These are my only two Switch games right here that I have at the moment. But like I said, Odyssey's coming out tomorrow, so I'm definitely grabbing that. Really excited to play that. And then I heard it's already getting perfect reviews. Then we have a couple of the big box Wii U games. Smash Bros, of course, had to get that. Yoshi's Woolly World and Twilight Princess. And then two of the Wii ones, which is Skyward Sword that came with the control, and Animal Crossing with the speak thingy. But here are some Wii U games. Most of these I got like in a big bundle off of a Facebook group. I got like 10 games for like $60 or something like that. It was crazy, but that's where I got a lot of these titles. And then we got the Wii games, which most of these came from the thrift store as well. And then GameCube, which again, a majority of my game collection came from the thrift store, so I'm just letting you guys know that now. Or flea markets. But there's some GameCube games. Moving down to the second shelf, we have Donkey Kong with his stupid face. Some more GameCube titles. And that goes all the way down this shelf. And then right here we have my small 3DS and DS collection. A couple of box Game Boy Advance games. Nothing too crazy. And then here, my favorite console of all time, the Nintendo 64. I got a Mario 64 plush. The Superboy handheld Super Nintendo. I don't know if you can see, but back there, there's like a couple of those VHS promotional tapes for some games. There's a Diddy Kong Racing, a Majora's Mask one, and a Banjo. But there's all the 64 games. There's like 3 rows of however many that is going back, if you can see back there. There's a couple more boxed ones. Here is my Super Nintendo collection. But like I said, I'm probably going to do a video of each system, so that way I can show you guys. And there's my most expensive game that I found in the trash. But I'll go into detail more with that whenever I do the video. And then here's my NES collection. A couple of them are in the boxes with the manuals. Not the box, but these Nintendo blue plastic cases. But all these have the manuals. And then there's some more. My small little abysmal Dreamcast collection. And this right here is a box control that I found at the thrift store. But this is like the only game you need in my opinion right here. And Sonic Adventure, of course. So that's like all the 3 Nintendo shelves, except for the little small Dreamcast collection on the end. Coming down, we have the Microsoft, which is the original Xbox and 360. I don't really have that many. I just keep the ones that I really want to play and I really like. For example, the remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Here's my keyboard that I try to play stuff on. And then Catherine, great game. My small Xbox One collection, which is not that much. The NXT edition of 2K17. Here is my Sega Genesis collection, a couple of boxed ones and then a lot of loose ones. A Sonic and Tails plush. This is actually an original Sonic plush from like 93 or something like that. I forget, 91. A Sonic Adventure toy. And then the Fallout 4 drink. I remember when these released, people were going crazy for them. And then moving down from the Sega and Microsoft shelf, we have the Sony shelf. There are my PS1 games. I was never really a big PS1 person, but I do collect like the games that I do like. Moving over, there's the PS2 collection. And then a couple of PS3 and PS4 games. Because I didn't really collect for the PS3. I just recently got it like a year ago. So that's basically everything over here. Like I said, I'll probably do a video game collection like for each console, so I can go into detail more about the games that I have in my collection. So that's pretty much my room tour, I guess you want to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you collect, and I will see you guys with another video soon. So later.